Blessings, beautiful souls. Melanie Beckler here, and in this video, we're going to look at 3 key things you need to know about the powerful full moon total lunar eclipse, the blood moon, happening March 13th at 11:36 p.m. Pacific time, or March 14th, depending on where in the world you are. So this is a powerful marker of where we are in this accelerated phase of awakening and transformation and recalibration, you could say, on the ascension path, in the awakening journey. Around the time of this full moon, we also have Mercury in retrograde, Venus in retrograde, Saturn making big moves, and this full moon is a precursor to the spring equinox happening on March 20th, ushering in a new astrological year and really signaling the entrance of a new phase. So with all of this in mind, this full moon total lunar eclipse is like a reset point as humanity undergoes this rebirth and transformation into the new. So the first thing to know about this particular full moon total lunar eclipse is that lunar eclipses act like wild cards in our lives. And so it's often said that around the time of the lunar eclipse, with about a month of variance, there may be significant, unexpected life events, changes, developments, fated things that are unfolding. And this is a part of why historically eclipses were often feared. But with awareness and with the mindset and perspective of using everything that's happening, that's unfolding in the world around for our personal journey of transformation and awakening, with that perspective, eclipses are powerful catalysts for realignment and for really shifting into the next stage of the soul evolutionary journey, into the next stage of the ascension path. So the warning label for this eclipse, if there is one, would be may bring significant life changes. As humans, we tend to fear and resist change. But the guidance from spirit, the loving support of the angels, reminds us that there is a greater divine plan. There is a beautiful divine plan and blueprint for your life that's incomprehensible from the material perspective. But in times of change and transformation, whatever unfolds, we have the opportunity to go inward, to open to love, to step back in perspective, into the perspective of observer, to remember and recognize that everything is happening for us. Everything's happening for our awakening. And when we stay grounded, return to center, surrender to the divine life force flowing throughout everything, open to the guidance and inspiration of spirit, this can be a powerful level up point. And I think it's a helpful perspective to know that if there are big changes that are happening in your reality, they're likely in areas that are either karmic, destined to happen, or areas that had run their course or are in alignment with some deep yearning you've had for that higher octave, that higher vibrational expression that we may say we want, and yet aren't always willing to do the things required to elevate our state, to truly resonate with and attract what we desire in our experience. So this eclipse energy is a push, a shove, a nudge, depending on so many factors in your personal life, to bring you into greater alignment with where you need to be in your soul path. The second thing to know about this full moon total lunar eclipse is that the energy, the divine impulse around this time is seeking to empower your quantum leap into the next level of your soul journey. So again, there's this realignment, this pull, this push to realign us with where we need to be. This may involve a pulling back the curtain, so to speak, revealing things that we need to know, perhaps that we don't want to see or face, but that are essential for us to be aware of so we can chart our course ahead. And depending on the specifics of what's unfolding in your reality, it may feel like there's a bit of twisting and turning, a bit of a instability of not knowing. You may find yourself feeling worn out or dissatisfied with areas of your reality. On the other hand, you may find yourself deeply yearning for something more in certain areas. And so these are the areas that are up for review, are up for change and transformation. And really, one of the biggest keys and the guidance I've been getting personally is to stay grounded, to really stay grounded and present in your body, awareness centered within, because it's with this inner point of awareness that you're able to open to the inspiration, intuition, downloads of divine love, guidance to support you and steer you in the right direction at this point, at this period of global reset, of massive change and instability and uncertainty. And yet, amidst all of this massive opportunity for growth. So, of course, we're in the world at this time. There's always this massive opportunity for growth. And yet, at these certain points and periods, and this full moon eclipse, and really the energy of the equinox, and then following it, there's a partial solar eclipse. So, this eclipse gateway is this opportunity to really check in with soul, to check in with your heart, to pay attention to what's happening in your personal experience around, and to realign by going with the flow, by adapting, by staying grounded, by listening to your intuition and acting in alignment with it, to quantum leap, to raise your vibration, to level up in whatever specific way that means for you, to become more fully aligned with your soul and with the unique soul mission, purpose, reason for your being here in this physical body, in this life. And the third thing to know about this full moon lunar eclipse before we draw a card is that there is a current of energy around this time that increases sensitivity. You may find yourself feeling more emotional than normal, but know that this increased sensitivity that may make you feel more emotional. It also, the other side of the coin, is that there's this opportunity for heightened awareness of the mystical, of the subtle, of the higher dimensions that are concurrently existing alongside the mundane aspects of physical reality. The veil between the physical and spiritual is very thin. But remember that the spiritual realm, the guidance of angels, the insight of your soul, of your guides, of the ascended masters, it's very subtle. It exists in the realms of light. And so when you stay grounded and present, not spiraling into thought or worry or fret about whatever changes are happening, when you stay grounded and centered, dropping your awareness within, opening to the love, opening with gratitude, you're able to receive insight, intuition. You're able to receive visions of what's possible for you, clear guidance to empower your shift, to empower your journey, and empower your next steps of claiming more sovereignty of who you are as a divine being in physical form. Claiming the power of your soul gifts, the wisdom your soul has accumulated across lifetimes that you chose to forget temporarily, to incarnate, to then remember and be a part of this phase of change and transformation, claiming your power as a pillar of light, which happens to be the first session of a new Eclipse Gateway channeled activation series that you can check out at angelactivation.com. I'm channeling new activations for this full moon lunar eclipse, for the equinox, and for the solar eclipse. The first is now available. It's a powerful transmission supporting you in strengthening your unique pillar of light to increase your capacity to embody light and empower your soul journey. So again, check that out at angelactivation.com. And now let's draw a card. What else do we need to know? 2 cards jumped right out. The synchronicity card. The synchronicity card. So pay attention to what is unfolding in your reality, to the synchronicities, to the signs, to the movie of your life, knowing that synchronicity is the divine nature of time. And I know for myself personally, when I'm really feeling in the flow, in alignment, in sync, synchronicities are popping up all around. So look for the synchronicities and allow them to guide you. And also know that this was a piece that I missed, so I'm glad that it came up. As a part of the heightened sensitivity in the thin veil, creativity is accessible in a way perhaps unlike ever before. When we don't act on creative impulses, it creates a blockage in our field that leads to all kinds of challenges. So it's important to act on the creative impulses, which can be small, which can be about a big project or your soul work in the world, or it can be something as simple as planting flowers in your garden. Acting on the creative inspiration that you receive empowers this opening of the channel between you and the infinite guidance of spirit, the infinite intelligence, the divine wisdom that's always available to you. Act on the creative impulses and know that that will directly or indirectly bring many blessings into your life. Just had another card jump out, and our card is the path. I love this card. So you're currently in this current level of reality, but there's an entirely new dimension, entirely higher octave of what is possible for you to experience in your life, but you're required to step up, to climb this vibrational ladder, to climb this vibrational staircase in order to step into the new possibilities. The doorway is open, the portal is open for this greater light and magic and blessing in your life experience. But first, you are required to grow, to elevate your vibration, to change your point of resonance so you begin to resonate at this higher octave that's in alignment with the blessings you seek. And from my perspective, one of the best first steps is to begin to go within, to focus your mind on your heart, to open to the love within you, to allow love and gratitude to blossom and bloom around you, to act on your creative nudges and inspiration, to stay grounded and centered, to receive guidance for how to respond and adapt to the changes that are unfolding, and one moment and one step at a time, one choice point at a time, choosing to respond with love from a place of presence, this choice point that we continue to have love or fear. And of course, we know that love is the path that guides us so well in our ascension journey, in our journey of learning to embody more of the soul truth we are, claiming our power in the physical form, and being a part of this collective change and transformation from the old paradigm into the new, allowing the highest divine possibilities of spirit in alignment with the original divine blueprint of our soul to be co-created, to manifest into our life with and through us. So not for us, with and through us, because there is choice required. You get to choose. That's free will. You have a role to play in this reality, in this play that we're all co-creating. And this full moon eclipse and this equinox is a powerful node point in this continuing journey of transformation. Claim it, use it well. Check out the new activation series at angelactivation.com. I love, honor, and appreciate you. Be sure to comment and let me know if you're feeling this energy, what else you're feeling in addition to what I shared, and then I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe. Bye for now.